2025 was the year I didn't want. This year, I lost my husband, I lost friendships, and I lost myself. And I don't know if anybody's watching. I've posted a few videos before, and I haven't gotten that many views, and that's okay. If I keep trying, I'll get there one day, right? And normally I take notes and I put it in my little pad and give myself bullet points, but today I'm not. Today I'm just going to speak to you, whoever you are, the 9 of you, the 2 of you, the 1,000 of you, I don't know. In 2009, I was just 23. I was just a baby. My son's father, then fiance, was also 23, just a baby. And his life was cut short. And what a jarring experience for a 23-year-old who feels invincible. Like, I knew in my head that life was finite, but in my heart, I didn't believe that. I thought nothing could touch me. And when something touched him, I realized it could touch me too. The awakening of my mortality. So, as fate would have it, 16 years later, 1 month shy, my husband passed at 38 years old. I didn't see it coming. And I cry for his life. But I cry for myself. I cry for myself. I can't believe that I have lost 2 spouses by 38. Was I 38? No, I was 39. A few months older than him. He was just about to turn 39. Well, now I'm 40. I don't know how that happened because I'm just a baby. But now I'm 40. It's December 28th as of the time of this recording. I'm going to be posting this on Tuesday, whatever date that is, 2 days from now. Yeah. And I've gone through a lot this year. The deep, dark depths of it. And I have had some highlights that I did not expect. After I lost my husband, I lost a group of friends. They didn't pass away. They're all alive and well. I still wish them the best, wish them well. No hard feelings. But I lost a group of friends that apparently our lives are better without each other. And that's okay. Initially, I cried. But now, I'm happy. I am doing things and experiencing things in so many new ways. Because I reached rock bottom. I reached rock bottom and I actually just laid down there. I laid down on the floor of rock bottom and I said, this is it. This is where I live now. And I didn't ever really decide to feel better. I just decided to start doing things. So, like I said, my husband passed in May, and it wasn't until October 3rd that I decided I could not keep going to work as if things were normal. So I took FMLA and I decided to go on a joy journey. Not because I was happy. I wasn't happy at all. I was miserable. I would just burst out into tears randomly and lay in bed and just bed rot. But on October 3rd, I said, I'm going to go on a joy journey. So from the 3rd to, I think the 10th, I cleaned my house. Yes, it took me 7 days because I didn't do it straight through. It's not how depression works. I would clean a little one day and bed rot, clean a little the next day in bed rot. And it took me 7 days to fully clean my house. And then it was just time to start on the joy journey. And I'm not going to detail all the little things that I did, even though they were great. You can see the smile on my face and the Band-Aid on my finger. I broke my nail. Anyway, I have videos posted of all the things I did during my joy journey, and I'm smiling because they were amazing. As I was going on this joy journey, the purpose of it was to just do things that would make me smile, because I hadn't practiced smiling in such a long time. Do things that make me smile and see what comes of it. And I did that for 45 days, almost every day. I went and did something intentionally to make me smile. It took about 2 weeks for me to smile a genuine smile, to feel like actual glee inside of me. And that was when I went to the murder mystery dinner. From that was kind of my turning point, where I was looking for things that would make me smile like that again. It's almost like a gateway drug, right? And there's a gateway drug to sadness, and I unlocked the gateway drug to joy. And so little by little, I started doing things that made me feel glee, made me feel joy, and I just kept seeking it. I kept doing things that made me feel whole as a person and able to show up better for myself and other people. And I realized that I had been doing too much accommodating. I hid my feelings from my friend group for the most part. There were times, of course, where I'd cry about it or talk about it, but I always tried to remind myself, oh, don't talk about it. It's going to be annoying. Don't cry. Nobody wants to hear all that. And I was stifling myself. It was not a good way for me to handle my emotions. Yes, your emotions can become too much for others, but you should always feel your feelings when you feel them. And maybe sometimes that means you have to remove yourself from somebody that can't handle it, or remove yourself altogether and just deal with you by yourself, which is what I did. I never really knew how to be alone. I have been a parent since I was 18 years old. And so I've always had my son in the house. Before my son even went to school, I got married. I had my husband in the house. My sister lived with me. I've never been by myself. And I was scared of that. I did not want to be alone with my thoughts. I didn't even know how to be alone. What do people do when they're alone? I had no clue. So a part of the joy journey helped me find out what I like about me, not just what I like to do, which I did discover. I kind of knew already, but I learned more things. But I learned what I like about me. And I really enjoy me time. And lately, I've been really busy. My birthday was last week. My niece's birthday was yesterday. Then there was Christmas and all of that. And it's great. And I love to be around people. But lately, I am craving that alone me time. Like, don't call me, don't text me, don't come over. I have learned to love that. If you stuck through this far, I just want anybody that's in that dark space to know that even though you know with your brain that I can't see you, I see you. I understand as much as I possibly can what you're going through. And we don't all go through the same thing, but our feelings are similar. The feeling, it's perspective, you know? And I'm sorry you feel so bad. I really am sorry you feel so bad. And we do have to sit with our feelings, but it's okay to get up and go do something else for a little while. When my son's dad left this world, I had a survivor's remorse. I did not want to do anything that made me happy because I felt guilty. I felt like, why should I be smiling if he can't smile? So I didn't do things that would make me smile. I felt it unfair that he didn't have a chance to have joy right now. So why should I? That's not true. And I know a lot of people deal with the survivor's remorse or survivor's guilt. It's not true that you can't have joy. You're not a bad person for going and doing something that makes you smile. You're not a bad person for laughing. And it's past the fact of what people say. People say they would have wanted you to celebrate. They would have wanted you to smile. That's cool. If you believe in the afterlife like I do, they are fine. They are just fine. You're still here. I'm still here. And we should continue living, not just breathing. You do things for you, not because you feel guilty, not because you have to. You do things for you. I would not have guessed my 39th year of life would have flipped so upside down. But that joy journey was the best thing I've ever done for myself, ever done for myself. And it can be a battle sometimes because I'm choosing me first, and I've never done that. I always think about other people. Even if I don't say it, I am constantly thinking of other people. Are they okay? Will they be okay? Do they understand? Do I need to call? Do I need to visit? It's always on my mind. And for the first time in my life, I am choosing myself first, and it feels awkward. I feel selfish. I feel like, well, why are you putting yourself first? You should be putting others before yourself. And maybe there's a season for that. I have had that season, and I'm sure it'll come again. But in this season, yeah, I'm picking myself first. I find that I'm showing up kinder, more patient, happier, because I'm choosing myself first. And when I wasn't, I was much more snippy, angry, sad, exhausted. It's just not worth it because I wasn't showing up in the world the way that I wanted to. And I'm still growing into this choosing myself first stage of my life. But I want to show up authentically myself and at peace. I don't want to be all riled up and stressed. My life has been stressful. I've been a single mother since I was 23 years old, jobs and very demanding jobs that required a lot of time from me. And of course, children require a lot of time. And so I had mom guilt for working so much and missing certain things. But I'm learning to slow down. Even at work, just slow down and do your task one at a time. I was the one running around. And I guess there's a time for that where you need to get 10 things done at once, maybe. But where I'm at now, if I'm doing one thing, don't expect me to do another thing. Stress, we know, is a killer. I've dealt with stress so intensely that my eye would twitch. Like this part of my eye would just twitch for weeks at a time. Not constant, but I don't know, 30% of the day. And I know that's not healthy. Somebody over there is probably like going to med school and they're just alarmed, like, oh my God, why was your eye twitching? I was stressed out. And that would happen to me pretty frequently. And it hasn't happened in a long time because I've learned to breathe and let go and control what I can control and let go of the rest. I told you all earlier in this video that I lost hope, but I found it again. And I found it in doing the little things to take care of myself. I showered to candlelight. I also got a shower lamp. I have, what are those called? Bath steamers. You put them in the bath and they're fragrant. I've romanticized almost every part of my life, whether it's cooking dinner, washing my face. I romanticize almost every bit of it because I just want to love me. And I know what it feels like to be so sad that nothing seems like it'll ever go right. And I've just decided that with the life that I have left, I'm going to live it. I'm going to live it out loud. I'm going to live it to the fullest. I'm going to go on adventures and I'm going to love me. Because if I don't, who will? So a lot of times, well, both of the times that I went through loss of my son's father and of my husband, I felt like nobody could relate to me. Nobody understands what I'm going through. How could you tell me that things would be better if you have not been there? And I know my story isn't everybody's story, but it's somebody's. And there's a somebody that was like me and they feel alone, like nobody gets it. I get it. I get it. And you get to see somebody that has lived through it and is still living and is going to continue living. It gets hard watching people cry, but look at me smile. It's a genuine smile. I've been through what I've been through and I'm not, just shaking it off. I still feel it, but in a different way. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm Keisha. Nice to meet you. I hope you stick around.